As we all know, man, in life, money talks. If you want the best, the cream of the crop, the best talents out there, you need to pay top money. If West Ham wants 100 million pounds, I know they're trying to start a bidding war. Anyone who knows a little bit about football would understand what West Ham are trying to achieve. We're trying to pit the big money makers, the big men out there against one another and get the best possible outcome for themselves. And what is the best possible outcome for West Ham? Top money. 100 and something million pounds transfer, a British record transfer for Declan Rice. By the law of average, he's not worth the money. Is what that to West Ham. Is what we're ready to pay for him. It's very simple. Man City goes in and bid 100 million pounds. Arsenal goes and bid 105 million pounds. Yeah, very, very simple. If we want a player, we have to get him. We are more at a disadvantage in the sense that we need him more than Man City needs him. Man City have what? Calvin Phillips. They have Rodri, probably the best defensive midfielder in the world right now. And they have John Stones that can play in these central areas defensively, who can neuter an attack before they start, who can pick up the ball, sometimes evade the press, get the ball to the better players, not better, let me not use that word. You can get the ball to the players in advanced area to create those ample opportunities for the Erling Haalands of this world, Riyad Mahrez, Phil Foden's, Kevin De Bruyne. You know what I'm trying to say. But the point is, if you want the best players out there, yeah, that's my baby. You want the top talent out there, you have to be able to pay top dollar. Caicedo is right there waiting. Do you think Brighton are just waiting? You think Brighton don't want Caicedo? You don't think Brighton wants to sell Caicedo to the highest bidder? They're waiting in the wings. What they're gonna use is they're gonna reference the Declan Rice transfer to sell Caicedo. We all say, oh, there is a premium on top British talents. There's a premium on any top player in any country in the world, especially in their home countries. So if Declan Rice goes for 110 million pounds, Caicedo will probably go for like a 95 million pounds. It's common sense. So Man City have been waiting in the wings. They were always there. Let's don't kid ourselves. If you know anything about football and how transfer works, you will understand that Man City were always in the background. There's no matter how much Arsenal offer up front for, unless we offer an absolutely ridiculous amount of money. But there is no amount that we could have offered, in my own opinion. And we're all here to share our opinions because we're not in the day-to-day, hourly to hourly know-how of what is happening in these transactions. We are being spoon-fed by the likes of Austin and Fabrizio Romano, not in real time, about things that are happening. But I believe that if we had offered a decent amount of money and a very acceptable payment plan, we would still have had some issues in getting this transfer over the line in the sense that they would have required us to wait in the wings, either have to pay up more money or Master will come in and say, okay, we're ready to offer the same amount of money Arsenal are going to offer, but we want to work on convincing the player to join us. So it's a very hard battle. That's why they say when you're on the top, you need to improve your squad because that's the easiest time you can improve your team in the sense that you tend not to pay the premium for the top players because the top players want to join you. They're going to tell the teams around there that, oh, I don't want to join anybody else. Rafinha price got so bad last year because he told Leeds United categorically, I'm not going anywhere else apart from Barcelona. I need you to negotiate this transfer for me, and I'm going to waste your time as much as possible if you don't get this done. That's why Rafinha went to Barcelona. Declan Rice, okay, all the noise we've been hearing all summer in the last 3 months is he wants to join Arsenal. He wants to be part of the Mikel Arteta army. He wants to come in, compete, and try and win things with Arsenal. Come on, we all know money talks. Speak that to the Saudi. All the Gary Nevis and Jamie Carragher, all virtual signaling and saying all this bullshit about, oh, Saudi needs to be shut down, blah, 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 blah. No. The Premier League has been paying top dollar, Chelsea in particular, in the last 20 years. Chelsea have paid ridiculous amount of money to players, whether they are worth it or not worth it, they just keep paying. And nothing has happened to them. The Premier League thrives because of the excessive amount of spending that we have and the incredible spending power that we possess. Some of the top teams in Spain can't even compete on the level that we pay our players. So who are we to say, oh, where do Saudi people get their money from? They get their money from the same way the richest people in the world get their money from, any way possible. If you don't get caught, you're not a thief. We know that. Like, whether you like it or not, that is the way of the world. So if Arsenal want to compete and Arsenal fans want to complain and say, oh, we've been slow in the transfer window, blah, 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 blah. One of two things. Either Stan Kroenke, or if it's his son Josh Kroenke that is running the club, goes in and say, okay, I'm going to pay whatever it's necessary to get this player. You're going to lose the player. Or we get a new owner that is ready to compete against this endless, bottomless pot of money that these people have. If we're not ready to do that, we're not going to compete. It's very simple. And if Mikel Arteta has anything about him and he has ample ambition and he wants to win things in his career, and I've seen that he's a good coach. He's tactically sound. He's a coach that can coach a system that can improve players. Maybe he needs to leave. But we need to be realistic about the situation. Man City beat £100 million. We go £105 million. We're buying this player. Man City almost signed Cucurella last year. But they said, okay, this is not what our bulk. This is not value for money because the price kept going up and up and up and up. And Chelsea ended up paying for a player that looks like shit right now. So if you want the best player, you need to pay top dollar. That's about it. No, there is no emotion involved in this. It's strictly business. Money talks. Let's go get the player that we want. If you want Declan Rice, go pay the money. If you think you can get Declan Rice, go bid £100 million for Moises Caicedo. That was my first option anyway. But it is what it is, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and share with your family and friends. Do have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay